Hello, my name is Antonio Bonaduce, and this is my migration story. In July 5th of 1999, I was born in Lecheria, Venezuela, in the east of the country. A common place for tourists near the Caribbean Sea, this place served as my home for the first 2 years of my life. I barely have any memories of it because I did not live there after, but it was some place that I really appreciate in the history of my life. My mother, Daniela Ochoa, and my father, Gabriel Bonaduce, come from a long line of immigrants, either internally or externally. But eventually they were married in Caracas, the city that I call home for the first 17 years of my life. To go back to know my story, we have to learn about my grandmother, May. She was born and raised in the city of Tumeremo in the state of Bolívar, near the Amazon rainforest, but decided to migrate to Caracas as an economic refugee in search for better opportunities. On the other hand, my grandmother from my father's side, La Nonna, was born and raised in the city of Canicattì in Sicily, an island located in the south of the country. This island, a common place for rural productivity, economic activity, and wine production, served as her home for her first 12 years of life. But as devastation came with World War II, she was forced, along with her family, to depart her country. And she had to do so. She had to do so as becoming part of the Italian diaspora that left Italy across the Americas and across other countries all over the world. This is why in 1952, La Nonna, alongside with her family, decided to migrate to Caracas, Venezuela. A country booming in the 1950s, Caracas presented a perfect opportunity, economic incentive, prosperity, peace, that the Europeans had been seeking for so long, but they had not been able to acquire it. This is why La Nonna established herself in the 1950s and 1960s as she was growing in the country, in a new country for her, learning a new language, and formed a family that yielded or had my father, Gabriel, as the third child. Gabriel Bonaduce, my father, married my mother in 2001, but their marriage came to an end pretty quickly in the same year. And this is why I started to grow alongside my mother by ourselves in the city of Caracas. Since a young age in Caracas, I was a European migrant, a European descendant. This is why I look different from my classmates. I had since a young age a passion for my country and a love for it, and this is why I'm pretty grateful about it. But I was aware that the attitude and the energy my descendants had when coming from Italy to Venezuela was one that I could have in the case that I left my country. And I did in 2006, with the massive migration from Venezuelans caused by the humanitarian crisis taking place. On July 24th of 2016, I came to the United States with my family, my mother, my stepfather, and my sister, to begin a new life. Beginning a new life here was not easy, but it was something that I was willing to face. It was here in the city of Miami where new opportunities happened to take place, and all of my family's history across the years, from Italy to Venezuela, from Venezuela to the United States, have taught me a very important lesson. And the lesson is that alongside building communities and building unity, you can become whatever you want to become. And that's the way that we get the job done.